It's November the 10th in Norfolk, Virginia. That means only one thing among pocket billiard intelligentsia, the U.S. Open. I'm Grady Mathews, and with me is Buddy the Rifleman Hall. What kind of match do we have in store for our viewership, Buddy?
Maybe the greatest match of the year. Maybe these two guys here, I rank them the two top players in the world. My own personal ranking. I think we're going to see a great match.
It's always a great match when these two terrific competitors get together. And it could actually go either way, could it not?
Absolutely, absolutely. If there's, I don't see one weakness over another here or one offense over another. I think they're both great players with both have equal abilities.
Well, there are 4 players left in the winners bracket. There's Johnny Archer and Sal Butera to play later this evening, and Mike Sigel and Nick Varner. The winner of this match can do no worse than third. Every match, every shot, every game is critical at this juncture.
From right here, it's as critical as it could be.
Look at the scrutinization Nick Varner is giving that rack. I don't blame him. I'd eyeball those balls pretty carefully myself.
It isn't a question of mistrust or anything. He just wants to make sure it's right.
Well, you know how these balls can accidentally roll off once in a while being racked. Well, he's found the sweet spot automatically. And let's talk about that for a moment. Nick Varner, if you ever want to find him at 2 or 3 a.m., he's in the tournament room practicing his break.
Yeah, he practices a lot. He plays a lot of pool. He really takes the game serious. I don't know anyone that works any harder at playing good than Nick.
Well, it might be Mike Sigel. They both play a lot of pool and excel at that particular pursuit.
Yeah, I think Nick plays a little more pool than Mike does.
At any rate, Nick has pocketed 1 ball on the break in game number 1 and is going to be forced to push out. Where do you see his best choice?
There's only one place he can push out, and that's straight away from him. He can't push out this way. He's got to push out for a kick. There's nothing else to do. He's got to push out for a kick.
Well, now remember, buddy, Nick is a great practitioner of the jump cue. You suppose he might push out here? Now, Mike Sigel, if I'm not mistaken, does not use the jump cue.
Right. Nick may not even be thinking about that.
Well, it's hard to tell what's going through his mind. Remember the commentary he did with us where a fellow was snookered behind 6 balls, and Nick said the guy had a great opportunity.
See, that's way too far to push there. If he's thinking about jumping it, he eliminated the jump shot there. He's going to try to kick into it 1 rail, try to scoot the cue ball over behind the 5, maybe bank the 1 rail back down here.
Now, Mike Sigel has already picked out the designated yes man, and he gestured to said person. Now, he's picked out somebody across the way. Usually it's somebody in relatively close proximity.
Maybe Dave Bowman over there.
Oh, I didn't see Bowman, of course. Bowman nodding slowly and knowingly. All of these great professionals never miss a ball from the sideline, of course.
No, I haven't missed one in 3 days up here.
What about our cohort, Mr. Cardone, who's still in this star-studded event?
Man, I'm really impressed with the way he's playing. He's playing on the next table over, table 3, and running out, I might add.
We'll keep you posted on his score as he competes against Alan Hopkins. I don't think Nick's happy with where he got. He surely didn't mean to do this, did he, buddy?
I can't see him kicking like this. I think he's better off. Well, he's going to kick like that. He looks like he's already made up his mind. But I believe I would have to cinch the hit here.
Well, I don't see much good that can happen for him here. Well, that's the most amazing thing I ever seen. You correct me if I'm not mistaken. Nick Varner tried to backslice the 1 ball and make it at pocket speed 2 lengths of the table.
Yeah,
that's probably why he's won so many tournaments. He's not scared to shoot anything.
Gutsy. He's gutsy, little rascal.
And I don't see much problem here. I really don't. Of course, the 3 to the 4 could be a little touchy. He'll probably play the 3 in the side pocket. Just come out 1 cushion for it.
I'd say that'd probably be the way to play it.
And he'll want to stay a little bit below the 3.
And he might have to go to the corner with it.
Yeah, I think he is going to have to go to the corner. And of course I don't know just what he's going to do with this. He doesn't want to lag it up and end up on the rail, but he wants to maintain an angle to go down the table nicely one rail for the 5-ball.
He may like to just stay right around in there where he's at.
Right, I know he won't want to punch it down and end up on the rail. That's exactly what he did. Now he'll just go one rail down the table. I don't think he can get on this 5 where he can't get on the 6
No,
ball.
he's going to try to get straight in. Maybe bump the end rail, back out a hair or something.
Well, he's going to be perfect a little bit below
No,
the 5.
he's got to get a little below it. I think he got dead straight in.
He did. Well, he's got a couple of choices here. Look straight in from this view. Now these are tough pockets. They're 5 inches on the outside part of the facing, 4 inches on the inside part. You cannot catch rail going in with speed. So this would be a touchy draw shot. He might scratch or catch the opposite corner point. If he's straight in, he's got a kind of a ticklish situation. If he's almost straight in, he can force it out a few inches.
Yeah, he's going to try to pop it off the rail and down.
This is just below center, a little left English like so.
Well, this is a testy shot right here.
Yeah, these aren't the easiest shots. You almost kind of have to lag this in. He'll want to follow down just a little bit. But on these tough pocketed tables, this is a very missable shot. No problem. And game number 1 is going to go to Mike Sigel, who adopts a 1-0 advantage. And he waits for a moment for Robin Bell to complete her shot.
And it looks like Mike's going to take a 1-0 lead here. And I believe he'll break from the same place that Nick broke from. I believe these professionals have just about figured out where to break from on this table now.
But Mike Siegel's a little different now. I've seen him make the 9 on the break twice in a row and move to the opposite side of the table.
Yeah, yeah. If he doesn't like the action he's getting, he'll move it.
I'm very surprised at the push out Nick Varner decided to take.
Yeah. I am too. You can't do stuff like that. You have to cinch the hit. You have to cinch. He was trying to get a game ahead. But by doing so, he got a game behind.
Well, of course, Nick won a lot of great come-from-behind matches in 1989. He won 13 out of 26 tournaments, and a lot of matches where he'd be behind 10-6, 10-7. It was almost like an even match, it seemed.
Yeah.
And Nick, as per usual, hacking away on the gum. We threatened to steal his gum.
See, Mike's breaking from that place.
Yeah, same spot.
Corner ball. Corner ball.
Well, they're not going to be able to stop that corner ball,
Absolutely. Not breaking from there, they're not.
Do you think that's good or bad to have a table where the corner ball just goes
Well, I think
right
it's.
in the pocket?
Oh, I don't like it at all. I'd rather it be questionable whether you're going to make a ball on the break or not.
Well, sure, I agree. Adds a lot more play to the game, I think.
Yeah.
And let's mention, while we have a moment, that Barry Berman's the host and promoter. He always has a quality event. This is the 15th annual U.S. Open. It's the longest running tournament in the United States, I believe, buddy.
Yeah, it's been around longer than any of them that I know of. Barry does a good job with this tournament.
Well, he really cares about the sport and the players, too. He's one of the promoters who always has the players' interests at heart. I know anytime a player goes to him and suggests a change, he takes it under advisement, and a lot of times he'll follow that suggestion.
Right.
And the equipment's always first rate. Kind of a special flavor and electricity in the air, if you will, in Norfolk every year around Indian summer, early November. The U.S. Open is just a very special tournament.
Yeah.
And we've got, Mike Siegel's won this event 5 times. Nick Varner's won it once, I believe.
Yeah, Nick was runner-up once to Mike LeBron.
Well, he overcut the room rent.
He overcut it.
Well, with the bridge, that's a difficult shot. Now, Nick didn't have the easiest shot in the world here.
No, he's got to miss the 8.
Yeah, he's got to be careful not to get behind the 8 and
I
7.
think he'll come 2 rails behind the 8. In rail, side rail, this side the 8 and out.
Well, it's either
Between
that,
the 5-8.
Well, it's either that or hit it so easy he stays inside the 7, and I don't think he's going to do that.
No.
He's looking at it right now.
I think he's going to shoot right at the 8. My personal opinion, I
Well,
think.
sure, that's a nice natural way to play it. You just hit this with a high ball, right? Maybe
High right.
a little touch of right English. Slow, medium speed. And he's
Just like
executed
that.
it perfectly.
Just like that.
Well, these guys both play excellent straight pool, too. I think they've won 7 or 8 world straight pool titles between them, and you won't see them make many position errors.
Right. He'll play 2 rails out here. 2 rails out and probably play 1 rail out off of the 3.
Now, what he'd like to not be here is straight in on the 3.
Right. He wants an angle either top or bottom. Either one will do. He's at the bottom. He's kind of straight in.
Yeah, I don't think he's
kind of straight
be happy
in.
with that.
Yeah, he's kind of straight in.
Pretty easy every once in a while to under or overdraw this shot.
Right. You've got to make sure you draw it at least 1.5 feet. A foot just keeps you behind the 8. It doesn't look like it, but say a foot just keeps you behind the 8.
Sure. Of course, the cue ball here this week has been a little bit light.
See, he's behind the 8. Ooh, he might have got out there.
I don't know. It's pretty close.
He might have got out there. He drew it over a foot, and he was still behind
Well,
it.
he doesn't look like he's concerned, so I don't guess it's a problem.
No, he must be straight in on it.
But he didn't miss but by about an inch of being snookered.
Yeah, he was, yeah. Just hit and stick is kind of... This shot here, Grady, do you make sure you go past the spot on this particular shot? Do you go to the rail and back out away from it?
Well, I'll tell you what I like on this, buddy. On an easy pocketed table, I like just playing to go 3 cushions off the 8. But on a tough pocketed table, I'd rather be below it.
I'm talking
like
about the
Nixon
position to the 8, like that.
Yeah.
Go to the end rail and out.
I think he played it absolutely right for a tough pocketed table.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a matter of individual preference, so I've seen it played
Right.
both ways with pretty good accuracy. And we're going to look at a 1-1 tie
Knotted up,
here
1-1.
momentarily. Billy's leading Alan Hopkins 1-0 and methodically clearing the table in game number 2.
Yep. Knotted up, 1 apiece.
I've enjoyed watching the ladies' matches here this week at the U.S. Open, too. They're such great competitors. They certainly make the tournament arena a little easier to look at.
Yes, they do.
I don't know how you feel about it. I kind of like the Class A dress code where the men and women dress up. I think it adds a lot of prestige.
Well, we're at Class B at this tournament. Class A, you mean the tuxedos? You like the tux?
I like the tux. Not necessarily a tux, but a suit I like.
Yeah. Well, the Class B is the suit.
Well, here's Nick's first chance to break the balls. No, he broke them the first game, pocketed 1 ball and had to push out.
Right.
So he's still breaking from the sweet spot.
Same spot.
But he'd like the cue ball not to go to the end rail. Now, that's a little better. He killed it better.
Yep, quite a bit better.
Now, here's a touchy shot. Look, he's looking at going between the 2 and 5.
Well, I'll tell you here, I might just elect to go right into the 2.
Well, that was his second choice. He looked at that also.
Because he misses it coming down. You know what I mean? He's going to have to... He'd have to settle for an awful long shot because he don't want to hit the rail and go back up at all. You know what I mean? He's got to go into the 2 or play safe. He's got to go into the 2 here.
Well, the other shot's touchy. He would be looking at hitting off the end rail after contacting the 1, coming between the 2 and 5,
and staying
back to the right-hand side of the 9.
He'd have to stay down.
Look at the countenance on Nick's face.
Yeah.
Is that intensity?
Yeah, I believe that he's going to have to go into the 2 here. Try to hit it good and solid, really.
I don't know, buddy.
This is just no bargain.
With peril, too.
Yeah, he's going into the 2.
Because of the thinness of the hit on the 1 ball, the 2 is going to travel farther than he would like it to. A lot of bad things can happen to him on this shot by going into the 2 ball.
I'll tell you, if he elects to shoot this shot, I just wouldn't shoot it that way. I would go into the 2.
Well, let's see what he does.
he can get behind the 5 or the 3, either one, trying to miss the 2.
Well, it takes perfect speed.
Yeah, if it comes down, he's got to stay down. If it goes back up, he'd get behind the 3 or the 7 or the 5.
Sure, a lot of bad things can happen there, too. Now, for the uninitiated, the easier a shot is struck, the quicker the English takes. So he has to hit this just the right speed if he tries to go up and down the table.
He elected to go into the 2. So you give himself a chance that way. It's awful dangerous just trying to miss that 2 and coming down here.
It's a little dangerous going into it, too.
Oh, yeah, but at least he moves it.
Now, the 6 is still a problem. Even if he makes this long, hard shot on the 2 ball and gets on the 3, I think the side pocket angle is a little too tough, isn't it?
I think he's got a soft spin in the side. I believe he'll play it in the side if he shoots at it. With a little low right. Huh? He's going to the corner. He's going to the corner with it.
I think that's a thinner cut than it appears at first glance. Oh, what a nice shot.
How's he hitting them?
That's what winning half the tournaments in 1 year's time will do for you. It gives you a lot of confidence.
Yeah, you said that right.
Now, he's looking at the 6 in the side pocket. I didn't think it went in the corner. Now, what he'll do is draw this back and keep an angle where he can shoot the 5 in the corner and come over to the side rail and play the 6 in the side pocket.
Well, he might just go above the top of the 5. If he's got to play the 6 in the side, I would go to the end rail to play position for the side on the 5.
You would. Looks to me like he's only got to move the cue ball an inch or an inch and a half. And just he'll have a perfect angle to shoot the 5 in the corner. And,
well, he got to kill his ball to do that.
Well, let's see what he does. That looks perfect to me.
Well,
of course, there again, it'd be hard to fault your judgment, too.
Well, evidently that's right. He's got a perfect angle to come down there. I didn't think he could shoot at the shot like that. I thought he'd have to go to the end rail and back out.
Well, I had a straighter view on the 3 ball than you did. I probably saw the angle a little better.
This is a little testy shot here. This is a little, to judge that, you got to hit this really right.
Yes, you do. And a professional would say to his or herself, I'm going to make sure I can hit the 6.
That's not really right.
No, he's going to have to roll this in the side and go into the 9, I believe. I don't think he'll fool around with trying to draw this ball, do you?
No. He'll go off the 9, 1 rail out for the 7.
And that's what he's looking at. Main thing here, just make the 6 and everything should be all right.
Absolutely.
Nick, well acquainted with that fact. Nice smooth stroke, stay down on the ball.
He had a shot at the 9.
Little extra reward as Nick Varner takes the lead 2-1.
He put a little extra on it so he could hit it a little fuller, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did.
Oh, look how much heavier Nick looks on camera.
He looks diminutive to me in any arena.
He looks at least 20 pounds heavier on the tube.
Well, neither one of these guys are heavyweights. Nick's got a great reach for a relatively short man.
Yeah, he sure does, yeah.
He's got a better reach than I do, and I'm 6 feet, and I know I'm a good 4 or 5 inches taller than he is.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of great short players. Boston Shorty, Jose Perica, Nick Varner, and who else? There's a few other ones.
Well,
no, he didn't contact those solidly.
He went right in the side, huh?
Now, Mike Siegel's only choices are to take the shot or have Nick shoot it again. Now, what Mike will do, buddy, is put Nick behind the 5 and 9, if I'm not mistaken.
Depending on how the 9 looks here, it may line up to a combination. Might line up to a 3-ball combo.
And there's a profile of Mike Sigel in utter repose as he awaits the spotting of the object balls, checking to make sure they're frozen. Because the action off of 2 balls is somewhat different if they're not frozen, isn't it?
Right. Well, the 9 doesn't play.
Oh, he's got to put Nick behind the 5 and 9 here, I believe.
Absolutely.
His high percentage. And our friend, Mr. Incardona, is leading 3-0 over Alan Hopkins as we await Mike Siegel's safety. Bill Incardona's developed a cult following here this week at the U.S. Open.
He got a fan club.
Yes, he does. All right, there's a couple of ways to play this. I like hitting the bottom side of the 1 on this shot. The cue ball will probably go into the 6. The 1 can go somewhere up the table.
Right.
Hitting the high side of it's quite a bit tougher.
Right, I like hitting the bottom side of it too. You're taking a chance on kicking it in the side, but you're just going to the wind. You know what I mean? If you go anywhere besides the bottom side of the 1.
Cardona made the 9 on the break. It's 4-0. He'll want to hit this a medium speed, and he did in fact hit the bottom side of the 1. Well, he didn't get away with it, but Mike doesn't have the easiest of shots here. But there were a lot of good things could happen for Nick on that type of effort.
Right.
And I think it helps to be left-handed in this particular situation.
Right.
We've had a lot of great left-handed players over the years, too. They seem to have almost a special affinity for the game.
Let's give the spectators a layout of the balls here, Grady, if you can.
All right. The 2 ball Mike's preparing to shoot now is in the top left-hand corner. Maybe we can get Pat Fleming, our statistician, to put a circle or square on the 3 ball.
He played position for the 3 in the corner. The 4 plays in the side. It's just above the 8.
Right,
the 5 is the closer to this end rail, with possibly a 6-9 combination afterwards.
The square is not forthcoming. Go ahead with your...
The 7 is up in the upper right-hand corner, the 8 at the side, and the 9 down in the lower end here. So if he pulls forward just a hair, he'll have the proper angle to come down to the end rail. There, perfect angle to come down for the 5. He'll just come out. He'll just pull it out a little bit. I don't think he'll even come to the end rail. He'll just pull it back and out.
I think he may go over to the side rail here.
Yeah. Just pull it back out. Back over that way.
I like that position shot there a lot.
Yeah, okay. I do too. Now, do you play position? You have play position for the 9. You have play position for the combo now.
You think so?
Yeah, you don't want to.
I think you should put inside English on this.
Do you? Yeah, he hit it nice, didn't he? That was a nice shot.
Well, combinations are very missable.
Well,
all the best 9-ball players I've ever seen, including yourself, have a natural aversion to playing combinations.
Yeah, I don't like to play them. It didn't look like he had the proper angle to do what he done there. They just play the 7 in, come down, play the 8 in the side, and the 9 down here in the corner. He's always on the right side of the ball.
Well, that's one of his strengths, isn't it?
Right.
You know, something else I've noticed, buddy, as we prepare to look at a 2-2 deadlock between these 2 great champions, is that all the best 9-ball players, they seem to have almost like a great quarterback who can see the whole field like a Joe Montana. They have a vision of the table that allows them to play tough position situations with amazing accuracy.
Yeah, well, it'll look like they played out a line on one ball to get position on another one to get position on another one, you know what I mean? But what they're actually doing is they're playing 2 or 3 balls down the line.
Sure.
You know, and it'll look like, well, why did he do that? And then after he shoots the next shot, you'll see what things start to develop. But actually, in actuality, he's already seen that develop before he ever shot the first shot.
Sure. But there's a lot of differences between great players, too. Each person having a special way to play a certain kind of layout and everything.
Right.
No 2 guys do it alike.
Yeah, that's true.
What about Sal Butera this week?
Boy, isn't he playing great? I'm so proud of him. He's playing really good pool.
I know he is.
The winner of his and Johnny Archer's match will have to play the winner of Nick and Sigel here for the hot seat.
Well, I'm proud of Sal. His father, of course, Lou Butera, has done a lot for the sport, been a first-rate gentleman, great player all of his life, and Sal has really come along.
Here we go. They're breaking from the sweet spot. Yeah, Sal told me he couldn't eat or couldn't sleep.
Well, he has that yet to learn. When you're in contention in one of these major events, it's real hard to sleep.
Yeah.
Boy, this table here
It's
leaks.
the sweet. Yeah, well, from right there it does, but that's the only place. That's the only place, and from there it does break nice.
All right. He's got to go down around the 3-ball side for the 2-ball. The 2-ball, of course, at the bottom of the screen. I can't see him coming over here by the 8-ball here. Can you?
No, I see him coming one rail down toward the 3.
Right. Now, one advantage this shot has, you got to be
He
careful.
might come 2 rails out. He might spin it 2 rails out.
I don't think so from this distance, buddy. He wants to be careful not to get behind the 3, but one thing the 3 does is preclude scratching. It kind of pretty much blocks the scratch.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does here. Well, he's elevating the cue. That makes the shot somewhat more difficult.
He can't pull the trigger. He's got a 2 rail out with it. He's going to come 2 rails out with it. Come 2 rails down between the 8 and 9. That's what he's going to try to do.
Well,
No.
he's looking at that.
No, he's looking over there around the side pocket. He's settled for getting around the side pocket. That's what he'll do.
Well, that's probably the smart way to play the shot. You
Yeah.
don't have to hit it quite as hard. No chance of being snookered behind the 3.
Right.
Well, he's perfect.
That's a good shot there, boy.
That's an excellent shot. That looked like the most natural way to play that shot to me. You really only had to make the 1-ball there. Slight chance of getting behind the 3. Mike likes to pick Lynn off the table, too. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah. He'll try to miss the 6 here and come 1 rail out. Now 1 rail out for the 4. He'll try to stay to the left side of the 4 so he'll have a natural angle to come down for the 6.
Right. And again, he doesn't really want to be straight in on the 6.
No, straight in on the 4 will be all right. Straight in on the 4 would be just fine.
That's perfect right there.
Yeah, he don't want to get to the rail. He wants to make sure he stays out where he can pop the cue ball 1 rail out.
He can just draw this back 5-6 inches.
Right.
Like so.
Now play 1 rail out for the 8 straight in. Just try to get straight in on the 8's what you do here.
This, of course, you don't even really have to draw this. Just below center, a little left
Try
hand.
to get dead straight.
And he's making it look easy at this juncture as Mike Sigel takes a 3-2 game lead. The score in the Hopkins and Cardona match is 4-1 in favor of in Cardona. All right, anyway, I would venture to say that you've got 2 of the best young players in the world in young Johnny Archer and Sal Butera. That'll be a great match.
That'd be a great match, yeah. Johnny, the youngest top professional on the tour. I mean, for the top, he's the youngest top player.
Look at this. Well, there you have it. The viewers can finally see just what we've been talking about all this time.
He's using me for a yes man.
Oh.
He was trying to tell me that he was thinking the cue ball was going to go in the side, and he came down below the 3.
Well, you correct me if I'm mistaken. It looks to me like Mike Sigel is trying to outgum Nick Varner in this match. You notice he went and got some gum?
Yeah, they both got gum. Check this break out. Check this break. This is amazing how deadly the break is on this
Mike's
table.
always had a good break anyway. Pat, can you stop it as Mike finishes his follow-through? Oh, you couldn't do it.
Look, he made 3 balls on the break.
3 balls on the break, straight in on the 1 ball.
He's got to miss the 3s, all he's got to do. He got to come back down table missing the 3.
I'll tell you what, buddy, if I were still alive in this event, I would be real concerned on this particular table because of how many balls are going on the break, that any time my opponent was at the table, it might be my last good turn.
There's a real good chance to be your last turn. I think Billy run 4 racks twice his match, didn't he, or something like that?
And played very adequate safeties other occasions.
Yeah.
All right, he's got an angle to draw straight back, despite looks to the contrary.
That's no bargain.
Well, the problem here is that he doesn't like hitting the left-hand part of the pocket. If he catches rail going
Yeah,
in,
he
that
don't wanna-
pocket's going to spit it out.
Yeah, he don't want to hit the 3 either with the cue ball coming back down through there.
Good shot. I thought he had room to get through there. Of course, he made a first-rate hit, which helps.
He sure did.
He can go 1 or 2 rails here. 1, the most natural. Now he's got a nice natural angle here. All he's got to do here is be careful not to go in a side pocket. And I'm sure that he'll stay well short of the side pocket or put a little inside English on it if necessary to kind of lengthen the ball out. Either way or a combination of both.
2 rails. 2 rails out. Now I play 1 rail out for the 8. I'd play a little bit of an angle here where I could just come 2 rails natural with the cue ball.
With a nice high ball, you're
Right,
talking about.
right. He might try to get this dead straight in. That's what he tried to do, get dead straight.
Well, with the 8 position like it is, for great players, anything close to straight in is all right, given the lie of the 9 ball.
Right.
And Mike Sigel is going to go ahead in this match 4 games to 2.
Boy, sure playing good.
Yes, he is. And so's Bill in Cardona, who's leading Alan Hopkins 5 games to 1 at this moment. Let's see if Mike's got any gestures to make to us. He's taking a healthy dose of ice water
I'd like to lay a price I can call a ball on the break.
as he regales loyal followers, no doubt colorful anecdotes from the past. Mike always likes to chirp anyway.
Oh, yeah,
he
he's a
does it
chirper.
good-naturedly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a chirper. Yep. He definitely likes to tell why he done this and why he done that and what happened to this and what happened to that.
I guess you could say that Mike's never really at a loss for words.
Well, if he's at a loss for words, he takes care of it with a nod.
Oh, okay. All right. Bowman's still sitting over there in total repose.
And our friend Billy in Cardona just hooked Alan Hopkins. Alan made a tremendous hit. Might have kicked one. No. Made a nice shot, though. Here we go. The dreaded burst.
Mike's no dummy. He's breaking from the same sweet spot.
Oh, you couldn't get him to move from there for $50.
And he killed the cue ball rather nicely the last couple of efforts. Now, he went forward a little bit that time.
Yeah,
he
he
didn't want
don't
to
like
do that.
Yeah,
Now,
he doesn't
buddy, I don't
like
think
that.
he can get on the 2 ball here. It doesn't pass the 6. Takes perfect position to get on just below the 9. Risky.
Well, he might play 3 rails down. 1, 2, toward the 9. I don't know what to do here. Is
This is a tough position. I see maybe just making it and trying to come between the 4 and 5.
Well, I'd say he will probably try to come between the 4 and 5. He might come 2 rails below the, below the 2. Because he's got the side pocket for the 2. If it comes to there.
I don't know. That looks hard to judge to me.
If he can get to there, he can get position. If he can come 1 rail straight down through there, that's the shot. He can come 1 rail down. He'll come all the way to the 6 from there.
Well, let's see what he does. Mike has always been great at pocketing these long, hard shots, but he didn't stay down on that very well, did he?
No, but he sure got lucky. Captain Hook showed up. That's why they call him Captain Hook.
Yeah, but there's a couple of ways to look at this. Nick has always had a great attitude. One, you could say to yourself, boy, he's lucky he left me without a shot. Or 2, you can say to yourself, I'm glad he missed that. Now at least I'm at the table. And really, Nick having this is better than Mike still being at the table.
Absolutely.
Nick, of course, a great system player, great one-pocket player. I think he'll pick out a good high percentage way to play this.
I kick 1 rail to the end rail here. I'll try to get lucky here.
Well, I think he's going to go to the side rail with draw.
I go to the end rail and try to get lucky.
Well, let's see what he does.
Here, the only thing that can happen here is he come 2 rails down table and him stick his ball.
Yeah, he's going to try to stick it. And he did. Stuck it perfectly.
He overhit it. Overhit it.
He overhit it, but this isn't the end of the world here. Mike has got to draw this ball and go into the 2 and 9. Not the easiest of shots.
That's definitely the shot.
Well, it's either that or make the one, go underneath the 2 and 9, and then play a safety.
Young Miss Adorable Kathy Petrowski, she's leading Billy Billings 6-1 in her match.
Well, she had a hard time winning the match for the longest time, and then she finally won a couple of matches against the good lady players, and now she's found it's a lot of fun to win. She keeps on winning these matches.
Yeah, well, she's found out that she can, I mean, she's improved. She's a pretty good little player, little Texas girl.
Of course, she's Bob Vanover's girlfriend. That's got to help. Bob's probably taught her everything perfectly.
Well, all he's got to do here is shoot and stop and float down for the 6, play the 7 in the side, the 8 in the side, and the 9 in the corner. All he's got to do is come down 4 inches for the 6, play the 7 in the side, the 8 in the side, and the 9 in the corner.
That was a big snooker, too, buddy. It could have been 4
it's
to
a
3
giant
very
snooker,
easily,
sure.
and now it appears that it's going to go to 5 games to 2.
Absolutely. Oh, he come all the way down. Look at him.
Might have been more of an angle than we thought. It didn't look like he had to do that from here, did it?
Yeah,
But he's all right here. He's perfect. He'll come out and play the 7 on the side.
Right, 7 in the side, 8 in the side, and 9 in the corner.
Notice that Mike's cue ball is moving towards the object ball whenever possible. That's the proper way to play position. And we're going to have a 5-2 game score in favor of Mike Sigel forthwith as soon as he pockets his 9 ball. No special problem here.
Our buddy in Cardona is leading Alan Hopkins 5 games to 1.
And look at Gloria Walker.
Mike is taking a 5-game-to-2 lead here. Gloria Walker is leading Laura John Jones 4-1.
5-1. She's
5-1 now. 5-1 over Laura John Jones, the number 2 ranked girl in the world.
Mike Sigel wiped his stick down with a towel, and that's something I think's a good idea, buddy. Chalk, dirt, grease, smoke, powder. Get on your cue, and it's hard to even run it through your fingers.
Melinda and Leslie's over there. They're knotted up at 3 games each.
Mike with a few pearls of wisdom for Jeff Carter and Eva Mattia.
Yeah.
Mike sometimes known to change yes men in mid-match.
Known to change it.
All right, here we go.
Okay, here we go. I believe the 4 will go.
Yeah, I think the 4 is a cinch to go here.
Yeah. Look at the 2-9.
Well, he doesn't have an angle to get on the 2 ball to play position, so he'll
He
float
can't come
down.
straight down?
Yeah, he's going to come straight down and play the combination.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. He couldn't make the 2 anyway.
Right, I don't believe he could. Cue ball should hit just before the side and lengthen out. Well, he wants to make sure not to go into the point here.
Right. Right.
And he's looking at it right now to see exactly where he'd best like to be.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to this. Just make the 1 and you're going to have a shot on the 9. There's the 2-9 combination, glaring us obediently in the face.
Yep. He underhit it a little bit.
Well, he wanted to make sure he didn't hit that point. It did look as if he could catch the point.
He's got a free shot here at the dough, though.
It would be nice if we could get a real close-up like that and watch and see just how the 2 strikes the 9.
And if he plays the 9 here, he'll play 2 shots here. He'll play the 9. He'll play the cue ball 2 rails to the end.
Sure.
Down to the end behind the 5.
That's a good point, buddy. All these great professionals are well acquainted with the fact that there's no rule that says you have to leave your opponent a shot.
Right.
So if you happen to miss-hit this slightly,
right.
What did the old-timers used to call it? The oil can.
Oil can Harry, that's right.
oiling, put him on the end rail.
All right. He's going 2 rails with the cue ball safety in case he misses.
There's a nice shot of the blue circle on the cue ball. And straight away knocks it in the pocket and goes ahead in the match 6 games to 2.
Mike's really playing solid.
Yes, he is. Well, there's Mike Sigel colloquialism at its best. And if you could fathom that, you can perhaps educate me. That's what Earl says sometimes. He says the audience needs to be educated.
Yeah.
I need lots of education myself.
I felt sorry for Earl this tournament, man. He was being picked on a little bit.
Well, he said a comment that made the women kind of angry, and they've been pulling against him. In fact, Earl threatened to have some of the spectators removed.
Oh, there it goes again. You just cannot stop it. You just cannot stop it.
Now, there it is again. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Do you remember me telling you that I've seen Mike Sigel masse object balls with body English? Now, there's the evidence.
There's the evidence.
Did he or did he not masse the 4-ball? Now, you correct me.
No, I think he just wished it on past it.
Well, I'd have swore the 4 was going to be on top of the cue ball, and he just massed it, slap out of the way. All right, he's going to try to twirl or twist this 1 ball in the hole and have the cue ball come down between the 4 and 6, right?
Well,
First, he'll de-length the immediate area.
he might just try to cut this right in. You know, instead of trying to spin it, he might try to cut it in and go 2 rails the right side of the 8. He may not have that part of the cue ball.
Okay, could be.
No, he's spinning it. He's spinning it 2 rails. He's spinning it. Your shot into it.
All right, Nick may have to. I don't think there's anything. I think he's got plenty of room to make the 2 ball. You know the balls know when you're playing good too, buddy, don't they? And Nick is called to have this hit watched.
He wants you to call a hit for him.
All right, if the 9 ball moves slowly, this is a good hit.
Well, he's called for our tournament director to call the hit for him here. This is a touchy shot, a big shot too. You know what I mean? Nick wants to make absolutely sure that this is a good hit if Mike makes the ball. You know what I mean?
We're going to get a nice
6
close-up
games to
shot
2.
of this too, buddy. Here's a perfect view of it on our monitor.
Yeah.
Now, Mike's got to be careful he doesn't go to the right off of the 9 ball, or he could end up. He's just going to more or less stop it like so, or go
Good
forward
shot.
a little bit.
Good shot.
That's about all he could do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, just hit and stick right there is about all he could do.
And that's about what he's going to do here. He's going to have to go forward a little bit. I don't see him trying anything fancy here, do you?
No. No, I don't.
He's just going to have to accept a cut on the 5 ball.
Absolutely.
Look at Gloria Walker. She's leading Lori John Jones.
6 games to 1.
Gloria's a great lady. She defeated disease, gone through divorce, just had every kind of personal problem, and still remains
running
one
out.
of the most personable people you'd ever meet.
Yep, and keeps running out, bless her heart.
Mike's checking the angle to see exactly where he'd like to get within the limitations of the shot. And we get the patented Sigel shrug.
He gets, he'll either stop it or go forward. Just he's drawing it. He's backing it up.
Well, this takes guts, but I like it because he's going to have position.
Nah, he ain't going to hit that. He'll scoot it forward. He'll scoot it forward about 2 inches.
Yeah, he's going to agonize over it and think better of that.
He ain't going to shoot this shot. I don't believe he'll hit this shot.
I don't know, buddy. He's hitting it like he wants to draw it.
He won't pull the trigger on that. He'll scoot forward about 2 inches. I'm telling you.
Well, it's a crowd pleaser if you draw it all the way back.
Yeah, but it also requires a good, strong stroke.
And a great eye, nerves of steel.
Eye. Here's the shot that doesn't require all that. 2 inches forward.
Well, of course, you know Mike. You've played him, I don't know how
A
many
million
times.
times. I know ones that he will shoot at and ones he won't, and that's one that he won't.
Now, he'll go below the 8 here.
Yeah, right.
No reason to take a chance here.
But he got to be careful about getting up against the side of the 9 from the second rail.
That was a nice shot.
Yeah.
Now he's got a choice. I think he's going to have to play this in the corner. Draw it back a little bit, probably. I think he'll play the 8 in the side.
Ooh.
And with no further ado than these 2 upcoming balls, it's going to be 7-2 favor of Mike Sigel. And for Nick Varner, he hasn't had anything to shoot at in the last 5 games except a snooker on the 1 ball.
Oh, our man Billy got behind the 9.
Anyway, that's what I was alluding to moments ago when I mentioned that the balls know when a player is performing well. When you're playing good, you get rolls like that. Mike snookered Nick on the 1 ball.
Right.
Nick really hadn't done anything wrong, has he?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't done anything wrong. That first game, he pushed out bad.
Yeah, but he got back into the match after that.
Yeah, he won the second game.
And gazing intently across the way, the upcoming combatants, Johnny Archer and Sal Butera.
What is our score right now, Grady?
7-2 favor of Mike Sigel.
7-2.
And Mike has been positioning the cue ball rather nicely off of the break, getting a shot on the 1 ball.
You cannot keep this corner ball from going in. It has went every break so far this set.
Okay, 4 ball on the corner. I'm going to take a chance. Yes.
It's went 10 times in a row, the corner ball, so far.
Well, so much for moving the spot up. Hasn't helped much, has it? Now he'll go 2 rails around the 5 ball here towards the 2. Not much problem with this, except for a little interference with this bridge.
2 rails around. Nudged to 5 a little bit.
That's got to be a little discouraging to Nick Varner. He's played so well over the last couple of years, and he's just not being given much of a chance here.
No.
And Mike would like him to have no chance. He'd like to close this match out.
Right. He definitely would like to close it out.
Now, this is a touchy shot, buddy. Do you go 2 rails around the 5 here?
Absolutely.
I think that has to be right, don't
Absolutely. Or go straight in the corner, but I think he'll go 2 rails around it myself.
Well, that's a nice natural angle.
He might go 1 rail. 1 rail, play it in the opposite corner.
Well,
He
he's
might go
looking at
1
all
rail and play it in the
possibilities
opposite
here.
corner. Play it in the same corner that side of the table. No, he's coming 2 rails around.
Sure, that had to be the correct choice. Now he'll come 2 rails between the 7. No, wait, maybe not. I don't know if he wants to be on the end rail here. This is a little touchy. Look where he got here. If he comes between the 7 and 8 3 cushions, he's got to lay right on the end rail to have position
He
on
might
the 6.
go straight 2 rails right at the 9.
I don't think he can do that, buddy, with that light cue ball. It's a little bit lighter, and if he happens to catch the 5 a little thickly, he could be snookered or hit the 9. I don't know. I think he's got to come down to the end rail.
I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's coming 2 rails. He's lagging. He's playing position. He's lagging. Boy, he got good speed, don't he?
Yes, well, he's always had great speed. That wasn't the easiest shot in the world.
Absolutely not. Now you got to go up and back.
Now, let's remember the one shot that Mike Sigel has missed in this whole match has been with the bridge. He overcut a ball.
Yeah, he'll hit this right-handed, though.
Mike's a pretty good opposite-handed player. In fact, he was technical advisor for the Color of Money and did right and left-handed shots. And he made that look easy. Now, he'll just come 1 rail off the side.
No,
rail
he'll
there.
come 2 rails. He'll come 2 rails out. He's got a pretty stiff angle, don't he?
Now, you don't feel like buying dinner tonight, do you?
Well, don't he have to cut it quite a bit? Oh, you're right.
No, you're smart. See, Mr. Cardone avoids those pitfalls. I see you've learned. And it's going to be 8-2 advantage Mike Sigel. And Alan Hopkins is staging a nice comeback. That one unforced error that Mr. Cardona made Allen has narrowed the gap to 4 games to 5 and is presently at the table. Still 6-1 in the Walker-Jones match. And I got to tell you, buddy, it's not near as much fun to be sitting up here with you as it is to be playing at this stage of a major event.
No, I'd rather be playing.
And we're both relegated to the sidelines in abject ignominy. Our next match is in Reno, right?
Right. No, my next one's in Chattanooga.
Well, I'm going to Chattanooga, too. I'll see you there.
Oh, okay.
Well, here we have it again. A comparable match to the last one we did on this table. It's 8-2, and Nick has not had a shot since 2 games apiece.
Right. I'm surprised you're not going to the Hubler Cup.
Well, I can't go because I'm going to take your advice. I'm getting married for the 4th time.
Ooh.
While that's going on.
That's my advice?
If this marriage, no. Your advice was that if this marriage doesn't work, find a woman I hate about once every 5 years and just buy her a house. So that's what I'm going to do. No reason to change. Well, I'll tell you, the way this table's breaking, Nick's got to worry about even getting back to the table.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I know Mike would like him not to come back to the table.
Because Mike knows that he's going to set the cue ball right where he's setting it.
He sure is. Well, he let the 1 get away from him a little bit this time.
Yeah, he still got a shot.
Buddy, I don't like that. You know what I like here, and I hate being this cold-blooded. I like putting him behind the 4. Yeah. Now, that destroys any vestige of hope that the opposition might have. I mean, I know it's a little ruthless.
He's looking at it. He's looking at that.
Seven to 1 Walker over Jones.
He's playing your shot, Grady. He's wanting to shoot.
Well, sure he wants to shoot. He's playing well, breaking well.
He don't want to give up the table. He don't want to start wrestling right now. He don't want to give up the table.
He's going to agonize over this, and then he's going to park Whitey behind the 4 ball. If he doesn't, I'll think he's lost temporary leave of his senses. Now, put yourself in Nick Varner's situation. This is what you got to look at, trailing 8-2. I mean, it's disheartening.
You got a
for Nick,
two-rail
but,
kick. All you've got's a 2-rail kick.
Nick's such a dangerous player. You got to put him away.
Yeah, you do.
I contrast that with Mike slicing at that 1 ball and hanging it up and watching Nick run like 6 racks. And if he wanted to bang his head into a parking meter, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Nick's saying to him, Nick's such a great competitor, fierce competitor. He's thinking he's still got a chance in this match. Now, here's a shorten-up shot that Nick's looking at, but that angle's a little severe.
Well, he's wanting to do his very best to hit this 1 and hope he gets lucky.
Well, I think he'll bring the crowd to their feet if he even makes a hit on this.
If he don't hit it, he's behind 9-1. He knows that.
No, not 9-1. It's 8-2 at the present time.
Oh, well, he'll be behind 9-2 if he does not hit the 1. Mike hasn't missed a ball. Doesn't look like he's going to.
Missed 1 ball with the bridge.
Did he? Well.
And I believe he scratched once, if I'm not mistaken.
Here we go.
Now, this is reaching out on him. He's got to play a little shorter. Nicely done.
Did he get rewarded?
Well, it's a lot better than a ball in hand.
Absolutely a lot better than a ball in hand.
That was a great hit there.
Sure was.
You know, it takes nerves of steel to hit it with the proper speed when you're trailing 6 or 7 games.
Absolutely,
against a world-class player, too.
Well, see, if he can get back to the table and win a couple games, he's right back in this match.
Well, this is a critical game as I see it. Nick has to have this game. He can't afford to go behind 9 games.
Our man has got it tied up over there, 5 apiece.
Well, what's Mike going to do here? This isn't the highest percentage position play if he elects to bank the 1. He may decide to play another safety, but I think he's going to go for this cross corner. Got a chance to get safe even if he doesn't make it.
He's shooting at it.
And a nice shot. Now, if you look at the way Mike Sigel decided to play that shot, the speed that he selected, the only place he could have sold the one ball out would have been hanging up in the pocket.
Hanging in the hole.
So he really made a good common sense, high percentage choice.
Right.
Now he wants to stay underneath the 6. Nice natural 2 cushions. This is almost a center ball, maybe just above center, left-hand English.
Left
hit.
English, yeah.
Nice shot. Now here, I don't think he'll do anything.
No, he'll just keep it out there in the middle of the table.
He won't risk going to a rail here.
No, I don't believe so. I believe he'll just pull it out there a couple inches.
And that's something, buddy, all these great players do. They strive for his little cue ball movement and his little object ball movement, for that matter, as they can get.
Johnny Archer and Sal Butera sitting over in the wings, sitting over there waiting for their match, looking very sincere.
I'm looking forward to that match myself. That'll be a great contest.
I am too.
Nice shot. Now, I don't know whether you played a 5 on the side here. That looks like the right choice to me. You just back it up 7 or 8 inches more towards the middle of the table. Well, he decided to play it in the corner.
All right.
That's a better shot. Okay. And as soon as these 2 balls have left the playing surface of the 4.5 by 9 gold crown table, it'll be 9 games to 2 in favor of Mike Sigel.
Yeah, it looks like 9-2 right here. 9-2.
And you can't really fault Nick Varner. He hasn't done anything wrong. He made a great hit.
Right. Absolutely. We might get us a shot of Johnny Archer and Sal Butera over here.
Oh, there's Sal.
There's
Look
Sal.
at that. Look at that.
Is he ready to play or
Is
what?
that spectator behind Sal intent on what he's watching? Where's Johnny Archer?
There's Johnny.
There's Johnny Archer.
Are they ready?
Rick, can you back it up to that spectator that was half asleep there? I'd like to catch him. There. Now, is that
That's
it?
Bill Amadeo.
Is that Bill Amadeo?
That's Bill Amadeo, isn't it?
No, that's not Bill Amadeo, I don't think.
No?
That's a good shot. We thank Rick, our very adept cameraman. Mike checking the rack. Doesn't want to make any mistakes at this juncture. And it doesn't appear that he's destined to make any. Johnny and Sal bantering rather loosely across the way.
They're both anxious to play. They've been sitting there locked and loaded.
They're like race horses.
Oh, look at here.
Getting ready to come out of the gate.
Now at least Nick has a safety. He can shoot a safety.
You know, buddy, I can't help it. I've got to say something here. This is one of the most rotten rules in pool.
I think they ought to play Texas Express rules myself.
Why don't you tell our listenership what the Texas Express rules are exactly?
Well, Texas Express rules are you on any foul, you have ball in hand on the lowest numbered ball left on the table. No balls come to the spot.
I think that's a great rule, and Nick's going to get ready to take his break.
I don't blame him. I'd take one right now myself.
What do you do here, buddy? Do you do like the college football coaches do when the opposition's on the 1-yard line and it's 1st and goal? Do you say to yourself, here's your chance to make history, Nick? Just play common sense, high percentage pool, and maybe you'll win this thing.
Yeah, or make a couple of 98-yard field goals.
A couple of 98-yard field goals.
Yeah. Nick, what Nick's got to do here, he's got to really cinch this safety up. He has got to get a turn to the table after this shot.
Well, you know, I don't agree with the thinking of some of the guys. I think when you're behind, that you have to go all out to get a great shot to begin with, then make your move from there. I don't think you take chances when you're way behind.
Well, he has no shot here. I mean, it would be stupid to say that he's supposed to blast here. It would be stupid to say that. What he has to do here is exactly what you said. He has to go all out, try to get the cue ball as close as he can to the 2-9 with the 1 ball on the other side of the table. I mean, do everything he can do to get back to the table with a shot.
Right.
Because he can't afford to give up any more games. His opponent has 9. He don't want to be in that hot seat. He don't want him on the hill. He wants to do everything he can do to get a shot, exactly like you said.
Which brings up another point. I got to tell you how I feel about that. I know a lot of the other players are in agreement with my view on this particular subject. The race to 11 is inhumanly short.
Well, it's short, but it's the way right now that we play. It is short, but I think in the near future we're going to see a lot of changes in the MPBA.
Well, that would be nice, I think. We'll see what happens. There's Johnny Archer tuning up.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Johnny Irish from New York City.
Long and thin.
Long, thin, eyes like an eagle.
Look on the other table. Look over at the other table right beside him. Sal Butera's warming up. These guys are ready to play.
Done. These
guys are ready to play. They are really. Let's see if you can get Sal's face. Can you get Sal's face?
Well, I got to say one thing.
He's wanting to play. Bless his heart, he is really wanting to play.
He has inherited his father's hair genes. I'm just kidding about that. There's nothing wrong with baldness. Those other guys want to spend their hormones growing hair. Let them. There's intensity, if I ever saw it, as Sal Butera tunes up for his upcoming match with Johnny Archer. Johnny plays a little bit of everything. Plays cards, plays golf.
Plays pool.
Plays pool.
We got
all right,
Mr. Bob Hunter, our MPBA president. He's getting ready to warm up.
All right, here's Nick.
A lot of good matches coming up.
Well, every match at this point of a major event is a great contest. Now, Nick has to put him behind the 2-9.
He has got to get back to the table after this shot. That's one way of doing it.
But again, I'm at a loss to explain why this is so, but the balls always know who's winning. Now, what I mean by that, there's an excellent possibility that Mike will get Nick safe here.
You know, he's got to hit the top of the cue ball. This is tough for him here. He has to hit the top of the cue ball. You have very little control of it, having to hit the top of it like this, though, Grady.
I think he can hit the center of it, buddy.
No, he got to hit right down on top of it, doesn't he?
I don't think so. I think he's got room to make a nice bridge and hit the center of it. No, you're right. He looks like he's going to have to hit the top of it. Well, see what I mean?
And he hooked him.
When things go right, they just go right. Why that's so, I'm at a total loss to explain.
Is he hooked? I don't know if he can hit the edge of it or not. He may be able to hit the edge of it. He's looking at it like he can hit part of it. Yeah, he can hit it. He can hit it. He may cut it in.
Well, how's he going to get on the 2-ball if he cuts it in?
I don't know. I don't know.
If he can hit it, he might be better off to hit the 1, go to the side rail, pass the 4, and down to the end rail, and just try to snooker Mike on the 1-ball.
Well, yeah, if he can do that. If he can do that, you're exactly right. That's...
Nick won't do anything silly here. You may rest assured of that. Well, he cut it in.
Well,
and as I say that, I really don't think that shot was well conceived there.
No, he's trying to shoot. He's trying to get to the table.
He wants to shoot, but that would have taken a miracle to get on the 2-ball.
Our man Billy and Cardona pulled ahead 6-5 over Alan Hopkins.
And Gloria Walker is probably looking at perhaps the biggest win of her career as she leads the number 2 ranked woman player in the world 8-1.
She sure does.
Gloria's a great gal. She pulls double shifts as a waitress to support her family.
Is that right?
You think it's fun for her to come compete in the U.S. Open?
Well.
All right, here's Nick's kick shot. He wants to hit just before the side. Little right-hand English, left-hand English.
Look here.
Well, every time I watch pocket billiards, I learn something.
You try to draw this off the 5, Grady?
Buddy, I think he's got to shoot this in with no English and just try to make it. He might be able to miss the 5. I don't think he can draw it off the 5.
I don't know. He's got to try to get back down here if he can. I'd hit it with low right, I believe. Have to hit it thin, hit it with low right, maybe catch the side of the 5.
Can we get a close-up of that 3 and 5 ball and see how they look? You're right. I don't believe he can miss the 5, can he? And if he tries to play a 3-cushion billiard off the 5, there's a million bad things could happen.
He's hitting it with center ball.
Or he might be trying to just make a thin hit.
Oh, see, that's the problem with that shot. Now he can't even hit the 4.
Well, we've witnessed triumph, agony, tragedy, the gamut of emotions, the gamut of emotional distress, we might say. And were we in perhaps another arena, the cry of anguish might have clearly been heard 4 or 5 blocks down the road. Oh, well, you think that's not the height of being discouraged behind 9-2 and corner hook?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
The only time I ever saw anything quite this bad.
I'll tell you, you'll very seldom ever see Nick show a sign of weakness, and he feels like that any kind of complaining is definitely a sign of weakness.
Well, he hasn't complained.
Not one time. He's kicked 2 balls in this rack. This rack alone, he's kicked 2 balls in when he had to, when his life was on the line.
Well, buddy, you phrased that very nicely. If I had to have a ball kicked in to save my life, I guess Nick Varner's the guy I'd like to have doing it. Well, I thought that I'd seen virtually everything in my life, but that practically tops everything I've ever seen. This shot's anticlimactic after that.
This shot's real tough. He's looking at this one.
This is super tough when
It's
you're behind
super tough.
9-2.
Yes, it is.
And the 6 doesn't go in the corner. You got to lag this in. All right, he's trying to slow it down with a little hand
The
motion.
soft spin that one in. Boy, that's a nice shot, wasn't it?
It was a great shot.
Another slow spin in. Now Mike's mad.
Well, why not? Well, I got to tell you, Nick runs these last 3 balls. That may be the single greatest run out that I've ever espied.
I believe he'll get a hand.
And
From me, especially from me.
it's going to be 9-3. And for aspiring players, if you wanted to see the benefits of a great attitude, what better example?
It doesn't get any better than that,
witnessed.
folks. It doesn't get any better than that. Well done. Well done.
Gloria Walker's got a shot on the 9 ball to win. Long, hard shot.
The score right now
9-3
is
is the
9-3.
And it's 6 apiece, Hopkins and Incardona.
No, 6-5. 6-5. 6-5 in Cardona.
I think you'll stand corrected momentarily as soon as Hopkins notches his
6-5
last game.
in Cardona.
Well, you're right. I stand corrected. Well, let's see if Nick can put together a few racks.
Okay, the 6 is dead.
Yeah, 6 in the corner. Let's go out on a limb and call a 6. Well, Nick squatted the cue ball in the middle of the table, and he's going to have a shot on the 1.
Now, Mike knows that he has to fade that break for a little while. That's why he really, that's why he wanted to stay at the table, because he knows from over there he can lose a number of games without ever getting to the table.
Sure. And that old-time pool saying comes into play here. The same thing will make you laugh or make you cry.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Mike knows it. That's why he was a little unhappy. That was a nice shot. He got on the proper side of the 2 ball.
Right.
He'll go down 1 rail to the end rail and back up.
Right.
I misjudged the angle.
No, I believe you're right. He might even go 2 rails. No, one rail out. He's got to hit it.
He's all right. He's gotten a nice angle here, buddy. He can get straight in on the 4. He can get a little angle on it.
Yeah, he'll come to this side to 4. I believe he'll come to this side to 4.
Yeah, there's no question about him coming this side of the 4. It's just a question of whether he wants to go one rail off the 4 or get pretty close to straight in. And he elected the straight in.
Yeah.
Right. I think that had to be right there.
Absolutely right. Now he comes straight down table.
It's hard to get an angle if you play it that way that you can't get on the 5.
Right. Who do you like in the upcoming match with Archer and Batera?
Well, if you wanted, one thing I try to shy away from, buddy, is saying this guy's a favorite or that guy's a favorite. And if you wanted to be really analytical about it, based on tournament experience, you'd have to make Johnny Archer the favorite.
Right.
But on the other hand, you got to put a big +2 on Sal Butera's side for emotion. I mean, this is a U.S. Open. He's young, fearless, and undefeated.
Well, and I'll tell you something about Sal. He has played better every tournament I've seen him at. His game has moved up a level.
And he's a young man with a great attitude.
Right, absolutely. Sal's playing great.
I like Sal. He's a very personable young man.
9 to 4. 9 to 4. And now, at 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, he's much in the hunt.
Well, the way this table's been breaking, Nick may feel like he's a favorite.
He might feel like he's got a good shot, really a good chance.
I wonder if there's any chance of our getting coffee. Pat Fleming, as great a guy as he is remiss. The sum total of my culinary delights, courtesy of Pat Fleming, this tournament has been 1/2 of a tuna sandwich. Seriously, I get coffee. You want a Coke? Nobody to get it? Okay. All right, it's 9 to 4, and we'll wait on the coffee.
Okay. I don't want a coffee anyway. Might take a Coke.
Well, you've straightened up pretty good. You haven't had anything spirit-wise down your gullet in quite a while.
Nothing to drink, that's for sure.
All right, 9 to 4, Nick Varner at the table. Well, what's the 2-ball going to do? There's Nick's patented body English. To no avail, though, I don't think, unless the 1-2 billiard is on. Can we get a close-up of that 1-2, Rick? And let's see if the billiard is on. We'll have a look momentarily. There it is. I think the 2 billiard might be on.
No, I believe he's going to have to
He's looking at it. No, he's looking at the safety.
No, he looked at the billiard then, but I think he's going to duck.
I think he's going to duck too, and he doesn't want to. I know the feeling. He wants to shoot in the worst way.
If he can get that 1 past the 2, he's going to duck. If he can get it past the 2, he'll duck.
I don't think he can get it past the 2, can he?
Well, I don't know.
Easy. If he shoots it easy, he can get it past the 2. Oh, I didn't think he had that angle.
Oh, man, he's trying to stick her there.
Well, he didn't quite stick it.
He
we may see
though.
Mike Sigel jump this ball, and you don't see Mike Sigel use a jump shot much.
Nah, he'll kick at it. Kick at it and probably make the 9.
I've seen Mike shoot this kind of shot from the opposite angle and have the cue ball go 2 or 3 rails and make the 9. He'll look at the audience and wink and say, well, I thought the cue ball was going towards the 9.
I thought it was going that direction.
But he's a great safety player, great kicker.
Yeah.
And a lot of times he does play the 9 on this type of
Sure
shot.
he does.
He mainly just wants to hit the 1.
Absolutely. That's what he's doing. He's trying to make sure he hits the 1.
And he'll take his chances. But if he says, what's this? 1 always goes. You think I'm kidding? Watch him. Now, if he says, what's this? Well, he's not going to say it because obviously nothing's coming near the pocket. Well, he left distance. This is not an easy shot. Gloria Walker wins, and is she ever happy? Look at her.
She's tickled to death, bless her heart. Gloria Walker just beat the number 2 ranked player in the world with an impressive 9 games to 3 victory. Being congratulated by Tammy Wesley, who I might add is playing real well at this tournament.
Isn't Tammy playing great here? All right, here's the epitome of courage again. Down 5 games, the U.S. Open. Can he lag it in the length of the table? No,
Sure
no special
can.
problem.
He sure can.
Buddy, how do you great players do that? I couldn't have got that ball within 6 inches of the
Well,
pocket.
I don't know. Man, I couldn't have made that ball in a month. What are you
been
talking about?
Now, that's nice of you to say. I've seen you make too many of them, though. I hope you're not going to get like Billy.
Is he going to come around? Is he going to come around here and play? Yeah, the combination. The combination.
I think that's all he's got.
I do too.
It doesn't have anything else. The billiard isn't on. The 6 is a little too far off the rail. The 3 doesn't pass the 8. No decent bank. Here it is, buddy, in close-up.
Yeah.
For all to peruse.
I believe he's got a proper angle at it.
Well, he's going to want to draw this ball and go on the other side of the 8, if I'm not mistaken. He doesn't want to risk double kissing this 3 ball.
It's almost, yeah, if he's got to hit it there, you're right. He'll bring the cue ball around because the 3's going to come back over the other side of the table.
It should go about into the high side of the 7, unless I missee it, right?
Yeah, or above the 7, right, into the 7, real close to the 7, maybe above it.
Yeah, maybe a little bit above it. He might be able to play position for the 3
right.
By the 7. Now, he won't shoot this hard.
Right. Oh, man, I'd make sure I got away from that 8. Oh, I'd have made sure I got away from the 8.
Now, we called it right, buddy.
Yeah.
If he'd have played it our way and made the same hit, he would have had position.
Right, he just cinched it. He wasn't thinking about the 8.
Well, I don't think the thought of safety is going to even fleetingly cross Nick Varner's mind here. He's going to rip this across the side and try to get on that 5 ball.
I believe so. I believe so. Never a doubt, was there? Oh, he hit it nice. He hit it nice. You know, at 9 games to 5, he's much in this match.
Sure, he's in this match.
Much in this match.
Well, this is the best example of having a good attitude that I've ever seen, and you brought it up about how Nick never complains that it's a sign of weakness.
It's a sign of weakness. He shows no weakness.
I mean, how do you run out from being corner hooked?
Twice. He ran out. He kicked 2 balls in, lined them up and kicked them in. Then, meanwhile, he's taking deeper breaths now than he was then.
Yeah. All right. Without much further ado, it's going to be 9 games to 5 momentarily. And it's 6 apiece in Cardona and Hopkins. Gloria Walker still accepting congratulatory hugs. That was a great win for Gloria.
Well, that was a nice out Nick just made there. Yeah, it was a great win for her. 9 to 5. Nick's breaking. The corner ball's dead. Tell you, we're still in much of a match.
Yes, we are.
Much of a match. It might end up being that great match we were talking about.
Well, it's been pretty great in my book already.
Yeah, absolutely. Both men have played great.
Well, Mike has hardly made a mistake.
He hasn't made any mistakes.
He just finally scratched on the brake once. The only mistake he's made.
Right.
Played errorless.
Right. Our man Billy in Cardona, 7 to 6.
Billy's played great pocket billiards at this tournament.
Boy, he shot a 970 Accu-Stats one match this tournament. You know how well that's playing? How good that is playing?
Thousands perfect pool. There
976 is high for race to 11, I think.
All right, now have you noticed a subtle change here?
What's the 4-9 look like? What's the 4-9 look like?
I believe it's dead. No, he's looking at cutting it in. He needs to get on the end rail. Have you noticed a subtle change in the way the balls are reacting now? Momentum, Nick Varner's direction. Here's a close-up on the 4-9, buddy. But Nick judged it that he would have to get the cue ball on the end rail.
Right.
Which could be a problem given the lie of the 3 ball.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he'd want to play position to where he'd have to follow it down here, I would think. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, the points comes in and the side pocket come into play there. I don't know what he's going to do with the 2 here. He's got 2 or 3 ways to play this.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
That's a perfect angle, sure is.
Absolutely is. Now he can just go 1 rail over, or maybe even bump the side rail so he'll have a nice angle to just follow it straight down table.
He can go over with just a little right English.
Right.
Just a little
high
above
right.
Center ball or high right.
Bump the rail just a
hair. He got perfect.
Perfect. Could not lay much better.
You couldn't place it with your hand any better than that.
Well, all he's got to do is duck the 8. If he can miss the 8.
Oh, there's no problem, I don't believe. If I see the angle correctly and missing the 8.
I don't know.
Well, he's looking at it like he doesn't think he can pass the 8.
Well, I would take a chance on passing it. I would just shoot down there anyway. If it looked like it's going to hit the 8, I'd still shoot down there, hoping I'd go on by it.
Yeah, you say that. You're the most pinpoint, precise position player I ever saw. If you thought there was the slightest chance of hitting that 8, you'd try to find a different way to go.
Now, he ain't going to hit the 8.
No, I thought he had a perfect angle, too.
Yeah, well, he couldn't hit it much better.
Well, he's got to cut the 4 ball a little bit, pocket the 4-9 combination, and it's going to, in fact, be 9 games to 6, very reachable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he's looking at this like it's quite a cut.
Yeah, it is quite a cut. It is quite a cut.
7 to 6. Oh, he'll shoot this easy. Oh, he did have to cut that.
He had to cut it a lot. 9 to 6. 9 to 6. He's breaking, and the corner ball's dead.
Well, just what we talked about.
This is a match, young man.
Just what we suspected could occur, but prefaced by the greatest run out that either one of us has ever witnessed.
Absolutely. He deserved. That's what he was doing. He was struggling to stay at the table, bless his heart, and that's what he's done.
And I didn't think I'd ever hear myself say this, but watching these two great players perform makes me glad I'm out of the tournament. I don't want to be up there facing that. If they corner hook me, I'll just concede. Well, you notice they've both been playing the 1 ball to the opposite end rail with good regularity and playing position on it. Now, that's one thing that the highness of the new spot helps with. The 1 is going past the side, right?
Yeah.
And they're getting position on the 1 every time, but not this time.
Well, he 3-rail it out there and just stick.
I think that would be better advised than to bank the 1 cross corner.
Oh, absolutely. If he can miss the 7, there's no question about it. If he can miss the 7.
Boy, look at Dick. He does not want to play safe. He's scared that Mike's going to do to him what he did to Mike.
Right. He's ducking. No, he's banking.
He's banking it. Well, Nick's a great one-pocket player.
He's going to hit that ball and stick. He ain't going to bank that ball.
I don't know. We watched him last year. He played aggressively all year.
If he can hit that ball full and stick his ball, if he can stop his ball, believe me, it's coming 3 rails out of there. Trust me.
Well, you've never lied to me before. But he looks like he's banking this.
He is banking it. He's drawing this ball.
Oh, buddy, I got to tell you, Nick Varner is one of maybe the gutsiest player I ever saw.
Gutsy little rascal. He's the size of a pit bull, isn't he?
It's 8 to 6, Cardone over Hopkins at the moment. Earl the Pearl warming up on an adjacent table. Well, he's playing total offense, Nick is. He's only played 1 safety, that after the Mike Sigel scratch on the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, on table number 1, unfortunately in the elimination bracket, let's give both contestants, Bob Hunter and Earl Strickland, a nice round of applause and wish them luck.
That'll be a great match, Bob Hunter and Earl Strickland.
Absolutely. A lot of good matches coming up right now. I wouldn't leave for nothing.
No, me either. Well, you don't get bad matches at this juncture of a major event. And another great ladies match coming up, Tammy.
Mary Kinnison, Tammy Wesley.
Right. The ladies look nice, too, attired in their multicolored array. All right. He didn't get exactly where he wanted there now. He can go around the 5, but he could risk a scratch like that. I think he'd be better off to play around the 7, if he can do that. A little inside English. What do you think, buddy?
I think he ought to come around the 5. Cut it over his left shoulder.
Well, I think he's going to go around the 7 because there's no scratch there.
He's going to come right into the 7 hitting it like that.
No, I think he can miss the 7. Hit just before the side. Oh, he went the other way.
I thought he'd hit the top of the 7 coming like that.
Well, he made a nice shot there.
He sure did. He absolutely perfect. No, man, it's going to be 9-7 if he runs out this game and him breaking in the corner ball there.
Now, he's got a couple of choices here, buddy. He can hit this with high right English and try to get over to the side rail. I think
he's going to make sure he misses the 9 here. He'll have to make sure he misses the 9 to get over to the side.
I don't think he can miss the 9 here, can he?
Well, I don't know. He's going to try to.
Oh, he was all right. He had plenty of room to miss the 9.
Yeah, he's got a nice 2-rail angle for the 7.
Wonder what Mike Siegel's thinking to himself. What do I have to do to put this guy away?
He knows that corner ball's dead, too.
Uh-oh, he didn't mean to hit it.
Come right even on top of it. That could have been... Oh, man, he's really got to cinch this shot up here. He's got to make this.
And he's going to hit just...
He's got to hit it at a speed to where he got to go out. He's got to come into the rail and back out. He's got to hit it fairly...
He's going to hit past the side, though.
Right down this side to side.
Just below center, left-hand English, and
he missed it. He got in a bad spot. He just got in a bad spot. Man, that was such a giant game there. I mean...
Well...
oh, boy, what a game.
That's hard to believe that Nick got a little careless there.
What a game.
Mike's been sitting in that chair for a long time. I'm sure he'll take a few seconds to compose himself, shake off the cobwebs.
What a game that is right there. Boy, he needed that. He needed that one.
Nick's scratching his head. He's wondering what happened.
He needed that one.
Well, Mike's going to play it in the corner. If he plays it in the corner, he's got to go 3 cushions around the 9 and 8, I believe. He's not going to try to kill this ball.
No, I don't think he'll try to kill it either.
Little low left English.
Oh, he's going to get up there on the rail. He's going to be on the rail.
Well, this isn't all bad here. All he's really got to do is make this. He'll take his time, just try to cinch it. And he does so, and goes ahead in the match 10-6, and that was an enormous turnaround.
Just can't believe how big a game that was that Nick didn't get out on then. I mean, such an important game right there.
It was that.
Table 7 will be starting in less than 5 minutes.
Mary Keniston, even Mattia.
Mike gesturing. He felt like he explained to the immediate audience that if Nick had gotten out there that he was going to lose.
Yeah.
And he may well have been right. Now, Nick, I think, would have to consider himself very fortunate if he returns to the table. There's no keeping the corner ball out. Mike's taking his time. He wants to make one on the break. You have to be careful not to overamp here, too. Sometimes you want to break them good and solid.
Believe me, he wants to break and run out. Trust me on that.
Well, he does not want to knock the cue ball off the table or scratch.
He knows the corner ball's dead.
And he's got to be real careful here, because if he misses, it could be his last turn at the table.
17.
There's the Mike Sigel patented baseball swing.
The patented baseball swing.
And there's the aforementioned cry of anguish that could be heard clearly blocks away. Now he's going to go behind the 2 ball.
Right, and you haven't heard Nick whimper, not one time.
No, but Nick mutters and mumbles.
He scratches his head. He scratches his head.
Yeah, that's what Efren does. He scratches his head and laughs.
Smiles.
Mike says, unbelievable. He can't believe he's scratching the side. He taps his cue. And he sits down in preparation for kicking at the 1 ball. Nick being extra careful, trying to gauge this angle properly.
Tammy's playing good, boy. She's whacking them.
I've become a big fan of these ladies, too. I love to watch their matches. All right, anyway, a little right English on this. Just above center ball. Now, he didn't want to tie up the 3 and 4 there, which he may have. Mike's got a real tough kick at this ball. I don't think he can get this long enough, 2 cushions underneath the 9.
Yeah.
Nor short enough above the 3. That's the only time in his life he ever dogged a break. I wish I could say that. I dogged the break all the time.
I dog it all the time, yeah. The break's such a big thing.
Well, Mike really hasn't made any mistakes this match except for 2 scratches on the break. He's really played a great match. Mike actually wants to start over.
He said, I'll give you 3 games if you give me the break. He meant it, too. He meant it.
Even and tie, please report your tables.
He meant it.
Well, if I were Nick and the tournament director would allow it, I'd have to take that.
I wouldn't, not on this table here.
Well, you might get snookered, you might scratch, the balls might get tied up.
But believe me, if he's got a chance to win this game, he'd rather break them himself and see what happens. Believe me, the other man cannot. Well, he just offered him 3 games for it. Mike was no dummy. I'm telling you, it's big on this table as the break.
Well, I don't think Nick thought the tournament director would allow it.
No, absolutely not.
He'd have immediate acceptance for me. Of course, I'm not as likely to run out as these guys either. Well, I guess maybe it can get long enough here. Well, Mike made a nice shot there. A little unfortunate to scratch. Now, if the 3 passes the 9, Nick's looking at playing a 2-9.
Oh, yeah, the 2-9.
I don't know if he's going to do that. He might have to.
He'll have to do that, won't he?
Not necessarily. If the 2 goes and the 3 goes, I don't see why he would do that.
The 2 goes.
Yeah, but I don't know if the 3 does. There's the 3-ball cluster. Well, I don't know. He's got a variety of choices here. The combination is tough. That's very missable, a combination. I don't know that I'd play the combination here, but it may be the right choice. I don't know. We'll see what he decides to do. Now, Mike Siegel's on 2 fouls, too, although I don't think that's going to come into play.
He is on 2 fouls?
Yes, he is. Scratched on the break, and then he scratched on the kick on the 1 ball. Now, I like what he did here. Now, let's look at this close-up. I don't think the 3 passes the 9, but he can go into the 9 like so.
Now he's got to play the 3-9.
Yes, he does. But that was better than the other combination, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Although these aren't the easiest shots in the world, they're certainly missable. Be real careful here. There's a close-up on the 3-9 combination. That 9 a little farther off the rail than it appears. And just like that, it's 10 games to 7. And let's see if
Billy
Mike
and
Siegel's
Cardona's leading over on the other table.
Number 7. Both these women.
9 games to 6, but Allen's shooting.
The first contestant.
Let's see if Mike Siegel's prediction of doom comes true.
The Brunswick World Open champion, also in 1989. Please welcome Miss Mary Keniston. Her opponent in 1990 won the Sands region, the Rocket City, and she's a former U.S. Open champion here, ranked number 1.
Mike Siegel may be taking advantage of his break. I wonder if Mike Siegel's going to request a new spot. He could. That's within his rights to do so. He's going up to the tournament director's desk. He may be requesting a new spot.
Nah. Well, that spot's good. It's straight, and it's on there in the right place.
But it's still within his rights. He's taking a cigarette break as he contemplates possible disaster. Well, this has been an interesting match.
Oh, man, it's been a great match.
Nick also
Nick missed that 7 ball. It had been right in the hunt. Oh, he's in the hunt anyway. 9-7. I mean 10-7. Here we are. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Mr. Varner at the table breaking. The 5 ball's dead. The score is 10-7. The score is 10-7. The corner ball has went 17 times in a row.
All right, let's go out on a limb here. 5 ball in the corner.
Yep. Yep. $18 times in a row.
I don't know if he can see this to make it, and even if he can, the deuce is blocked in every direction by the 7 and 8. The 9 may be dead off the 4, though, buddy. I don't know that he can get to it, but
he might shoot right at it right now if it is. He ought to look at it anyway.
I doubt that Nick will overlook the possibility. He's got a variety of choices here. He could bank the 1 back down by the 2 ball, and the cue ball would come along, down underneath the 6 and down around the 4-9. That's a possibility.
He's going to probably roll forward a little bit and accept the bank on the 2. There it is. No,
well, he can't accept the bank on the 2. How's he going to get on the 4?
Still hasn't looked at the 9.
No,
if he looks
hasn't.
at the 9, he's liable to
now
shoot
he's
it.
looking at it. He must have been reading our minds. Look, here we go. Nick, well acquainted with the fact that it's not against the rules to make the 9 out of turn.
Absolutely. He's looking at it now. It's the shot. There he comes.
Well, that'd be hard to resist.
Yes, it would.
Especially given the lie of the 2 ball. What he doesn't want to do here is scratch across the corner. He'll be real careful not to scratch. That would probably be disastrous.
Yeah. He's going to shoot it.
Can we get a close-up of that 4-9, Rick? Look at the countenance there on Nick's face. Down at the bottom of the screen.
Well, wait a minute. Let's watch him shoot. Let's watch him shoot.
Well, here it is, right here. I believe
Okay,
it's
back.
down into the one.
Let's watch him shoot it. Ooh.
Now, did I tell you that was a dead scratch across the corner? He had to do something a little differently to not scratch across the corner.
Well, I personally, right here, I would shoot the 1-8 combination. The 1-8 combination.
Right, because if you shoot the 1-7, you still got problems with the deuce.
Right. Shoot the 1-8 combo, hoping to get an angle to draw back for the 2.
Well, he can position the cue ball in such a fashion that he can get the right angle on the 1, I believe. All right, he's gotten a decent angle as Cardone goes ahead of Hopkins 10 games to 8.
What?
The 2 may pass the 7, buddy.
Well, it might. It might.
That would make it even easier.
It might. It looks like it does. The way he's shooting it, it does. It does pass it.
Now, if the 4 passes the 9, this match will become another part of pocket billiard history, barring the unforeseen. And he's not going about it as if there's any special problem. I don't know if he's gotten the right angle. He may have to come to the short side of the 4.
Yeah. I don't know what he's got here.
It's going to be hard for him to reach left-handed. He's going to shoot it opposite-handed. He's going to come back to the short side of the 4.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Well, if the 9 was dead end off the 4, then the 4 is probably dead end off the 9. Let's see. He wants to go 2 rails, bottom side of the 4, like so.
Oh.
He said he should have gotten the bridge.
Oh. Has he got a shot? Does he have a shot at the 4?
Yes, but he's got to be careful not
Give
to
us a
foul the cue
close-up of
ball.
the 4. Can we get a close-up of the 4? Let's take a look at it.
Got to be very careful not to foul the
Let's
cue
look
ball.
at this.
Here we
Let's
go.
look at this.
You can tell by the direction the cue
Yeah,
ball
let's watch
travels.
this. Let's watch this whole shot from there. Let's watch this whole shot from there. Let's see if he fouls the cue ball.
This is a really tough shot here. He's got to hit this with a high ball.
Yeah, you got to get the cue ball out, cue tip out of the way.
Well, he didn't foul it.
Hit it nice.
Very nice shot.
Hit it nice. Good shot. Boy, he's tough.
Well, that was a much, much harder attempt than you might at first
Oh,
believe
that's
by looking
really
at
a
that.
hard shot.
The
That
cue
was-
ball travels quickly because of the thinness of the hit on the 4, and the cue stick's going straight ahead in the direction the cue ball is going to travel out from the rail. So you cannot have the cue stick there when the cue ball gets back.
All right.
So it takes a little nip.
Here,
punch
the cue
bridge.
ball's liable to go right at the 7. Oh,
No, he went to
played
the
to
short
that
side
side.
of it.
Yeah, it would have went at the 7, I believe.
Well, that's perfection personified in my estimation. And we may be watching a historic match.
He was down 9 games to 2
And corner hooked.
and corner hooked.
Well, let's tell the truth.
9 games to 2 and corner hooked, and Mike didn't feel safe.
You know, the only time I've ever seen anything even approaching this was the time that U.J. Puckett miscued shooting the 2 ball, and the cue ball went up in the air, hit the light, came down, hit the 2 ball, and made it, and drew back for the 3. And if you believe that, I got some property I'd like to sell you. 10 games to 8. And it's anybody's ball game on the easy breaking table.
I'll tell you the truth, this is an even match from here. This is an even match from right here.
Mike not very happy. Knows he got a little bit careless there. All he really had to do was not get straight in on the 3 ball and stay where he could reach it, and he wouldn't have had any problem with those remaining balls.
Right.
He was a little hasty maybe in kicking the 4 ball, too. He might have had to hit it a little more thickly or more thinly. Well, Nick's going to have a perfect shot on the 1.
The old shake of the head.
Well, I know what it feels like, buddy, to have somebody make a great comeback on you. It doesn't feel very good.
I'm telling you. This is
Of course,
brutal.
Nick hasn't come all the way back, but when you know that corner ball is going to go, you can go all out to play position.
Right. Right.
You can take a little of the power off the break,
Right,
'cause you know
absolutely.
that corner ball's going streaming in there.
Absolutely.
And it's 10-9 in Cardone over Hopkins, another thrilling contest.
Absolutely.
Got to be a little careful here. The 3 doesn't go just everywhere.
Oh, boy. That's nice. Nice.
They got a nice angle on it. Doesn't really have to do anything. This is where your saying comes into play. When you have position, don't play it.
Right. Don't play position if you already have position.
Doesn't have to do anything here, does he?
Nope.
Just like so.
Right. I wouldn't know. I don't know if I'd have kicked it away from the hole. I don't know if I'd have kicked the 7 away from the hole like that.
I think he's all right here. He'll come out 1 or 2 rails. Doesn't really matter which.
I don't think I would have kicked the 7 away. It could create a problem. It could end up being a problem.
Would have been easier where it was.
Absolutely. Oh, he's going to play position for the side anyway.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't see the angle for sure. Yeah, he's got to play
the
for
way
the
he
side
played
here.
position on the 6 looks like he's got to play position for the side.
Yeah, he's just going to come out 1 rail here, making sure not to interfere with the 9 any kind of way. And he'll just lay this up on the side rail there.
Yep.
And he's got a perfect angle, a little low right English, medium speed, and just make the 8. And it's going to be 10 games to 9. Advantage Mike Sigel, if you could call it an advantage. Don't know if I'd call that an advantage with this table breaking the way it is.
Well, folks, we promised one of the greatest matches in the world, and here it is. This is one of the greatest matches I've ever seen.
No question about it.
I mean, if a person was ever buried, Nick Varner was buried in this match.
Goes to show you, you're never out of it till the last ball is pocketed.
That's one reason why you must never, under any conditions, show weakness. Right here is living proof of it.
It sure
Nick
is.
has not mumbled. He
Hasn't said a word.
Hasn't said a word. Took it right on the chin when he was down 9-2. Corner hooked, and now it's 10-9 and him breaking with a 5-ball dead.
You're going to call a 5 in the corner?
I'm calling the 5 in the corner.
All right. He didn't get the best shot in the world.
Look where the 2-9's
Yeah,
at.
the 2-9 billiard is on.
Oh, boy.
Well, I don't think you're going to see the slightest hesitation. Nick's going to shoot at this.
Oh, me. I believe the 2-9 billiard is definitely on.
Sure is. There's the close-up
Yeah.
by our expert cameraman.
Yeah. If he cuts this in, it looks like he's going to go right into him.
Yes, this is
And you got to
shot.
cinch the hit. Oh, he's going to try to spin it in, play position for the combo.
Got to watch the scratch,
He's spinning it, playing position for the combo.
but he'll have a high chance of a decent safety.
Oh, boy. Real.
That was a pretty smart shot, really.
Yeah, really.
See, he hit that pretty thickly and still got it long, so I guess there wasn't a danger of scratching. Well, Mike's got to go for the hit here. There's no sense trying to tie something up here.
No, he's got to go for the hit.
And anything could happen here. I think Mike Sigel will win a good 30% of the games from a situation like this. Well, he actually...
I can hear he got a good roll there, boy.
he sure did.
He got a seriously good roll right there.
Now, Nick could cut at this one, but that's a hard shot over a ball.
Oh, sure, it's a hard shot over a ball. I believe you got to go, though, don't you?
I think you got to shoot here. If he had a natural safety, that'd be one thing, but he doesn't. And for Mike Sigel, I think he got about as good as he could have expected there,
Yeah.
other than making the one. Well, here we go. This is suspense at its highest level. The tension is electrifying. You could almost hear a pin drop from this capacity audience.
He hitting down on it? He hitting it with a center ball?
Well, it looks like he is. He
That
hit it
was
a
a
little
tough
too
shot.
thickly.
Yeah, but he got safe, dead safe. He hooked him.
Well, he shot it with that in mind. You may rest assured of that. Now, here's a shot.
He can hit it, but he can just barely thin
No,
it.
here's a shot I like. You kick at it, knock the one down between the 6 and 9. The cue ball should come behind the 8, may even come up behind the 7.
What if he kicks at it and it kisses off the 2 and makes the 9?
Well, a lot of good things can happen from here. I don't think he should go for the straight hit. This is a nice kick shot here.
Yeah. I'd be playing it right at the 9.
Well, you're just like Nick. You think of any possible way to win, and
well,
that's
he's
good
still
thinking.
You know.
Well,
He was playing at the 9 too. He was playing it at the 9.
Well, I tell you what, this is a match that has encompassed every possibility just about. He's going to, Nick calling for Pat to watch the hit. All right, here comes the Mike
old
Sigel
jumper.
jump shot. The tournament director, in his excitement, tripped over himself getting to the shot.
Well, he's not through yet.
I don't blame him. This has been so eventful, I'd be excited myself. All right, here we go. This is everything there is to say about pocket billiards. Mike's asking Pat to move slightly away. Perhaps a little too close to that left arm of Mike Sigel, which probably ought to be insured.
Good hit. It's a good hit. 10-10.
Mike's shaking his head, and he's got a point.
Mike.
That's hard to hit the 1 and not hit the 9 there.
Yeah. 10, 10. Looks like it's going to be 10. He needs to get straight in on the 3.
And play the 4 and a side.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And speaking of that, I
Just
can't
shoot
hear
it.
what Mike is
If he
saying.
just shoots it in the left-hand side, all he's got to do is stop his ball.
And
if
stay below the 6
right,
would probably be right.
Right,
Sure.
right. Now, if he shoots it in the right-hand side, he's got to follow his ball. He's got to do something.
Cardone has only the 8
See,
and 9
if
to
he
make
shoots
to
it in
defeat
the other
Allen
side, he
Hopkins.
don't have to do anything but stop his ball. This way, he has to follow his ball. You understand what I'm saying?
True. I don't know. This is 6 and 1, half a dozen.
No, it
the other,
isn't
though.
either.
Yeah, there's not much to that.
Yeah, but it's still,
You're such a perfectionist. The point's well taken, though.
you got to, anytime you can eliminate any kind of opportunity to anything, if you can eliminate anything, do it.
You're right. 1% can make a big difference over a period of a lot of matches, a lot of games.
Absolutely.
And Bill Cardone has defeated Allen Hopkins.
Great match, fellas. Great. Joanne Mason, Tammy Wesley report to table 3.
Well, he didn't want to get straight in, buddy.
Well, he's not. He can follow us down 2 rails out.
Yes, he can, but if he does that, it is missable. Tough pockets. I've seen a few of these jawed up. I do believe that to be the right play.
He don't know what he wants to do with it.
Well, I don't blame him. This is not the easiest of positions. He did not want to be straight in on the 6. I think he's got to follow it 2 rails. It's not that hard a shot.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be on the rail for the 7.
That's perfect right there. That's the way to shoot it.
Now he's
No.
got a perfect angle on the 7, doesn't he?
Well, it looks like he may be straight in on it. That's what he wants.
You just stop.
Stop or back it up an
Back
inch
it
or
up
2.
an inch or so, right.
Oh, he could have backed it up another inch or 2.
He's all right here. He'll just draw this straight back a foot or so. And basking in the triumph, or the afterglow of triumph, is Bill Cardona. He's won several real tough matches. All right, here we go. He's going to draw it back probably a foot or so. Well, he really stopped it, which is okay. This isn't too hard a shot.
And
soon
now we
this-
have it knotted up 10-10.
Yes, we do.
Oh, man, I wouldn't do anything with this. I'd just shoot it in. Man. Whew, I don't like shooting it like that. The coward in me shows up right there. I hit that ball high center.
10-10 on table.
High center.
10-10.
Well, this is everything we asked for and more.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Bill, on your thrilling victory there.
Oh, man, you're just devastating, aren't you?
I hope today never ends, but unfortunately, when I wake up, it'll be tomorrow.
Do you have to play once more tonight?
Brings, right?
Do you play once more tonight?
Thank God, no.
Well, you-
Worn out.
Nick Varner was behind 9-2 and corner hooked. It's 10 apiece now.
It's 10
And breaking.
Oh, it's all over then.
21 times in a row. 21 times in a row the corner ball went.
Mike Sigel breathes a sigh of relief, little knowing that Nick's not even going to hesitate to bank this one by the 7.
Not even hesitate. Not even hesitate.
Not even the fleetingest thought of safety is crossing Nick Varner's mind at this moment. He's got a big pocket by the 7.
She's knotted that game up over there, 8 apiece.
Billy Billings and Kathy Petrowski knotted up at 8 apiece. The ladies go to 9. Buddy, I think this may be the most exciting tournament I've ever attended.
Oh, it's a great tournament.
Nick's
Great
going to
turn.
study this a while, then he's going to shoot the 1 straight back. He'll use a high ball on a 2 to come up the table a little bit for the 2 ball.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's playing safe.
I think you're right.
He decided to play safe. Now, he might have left Mike a billiard on the 9
He
hitter.
sure did. He might have left him a shot at the 9.
He doesn't like it, though. This is a very, very tough angle. Well, Mike's glad just to get to the table.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, he could have hit that a little better.
Yes, he
He
could
could have
have.
hit that a little better.
Well, I know he didn't want to let Mike Sigel see any part of that one ball.
Yeah, but he can. He can see part of it. And believe me, the 9 is in danger.
Well, let's see what happens. Buddy, this shot's so difficult. There's a natural tendency to hit the 9 ball too thickly. But I think he's got to shoot at it.
Sure, he's got to shoot at it. He absolutely got to shoot at it.
Well, here we go. I don't know. He's using the proper English, left English. Got to hit this real easy. Oh, he hit it too thin.
Well, he left the
We
billiard.
also have a wire game on table 8. 8-8 on 8.
8-8 on 8.
Well, to Mike's credit, he hit it on the pro side. He hit it too thin. That was very hard to do.
He was shooting at it, wasn't he?
Pat, I think they're going to want you to call this hit.
Pat Fleming, they want you to call a hit.
Of course, this won't be hard to call here. If he were to hit the 7 first, the cue ball would go up the table. And the 7 would move very
He may
quickly.
not be able to make this hitting it like that.
I think he can make
It's tough to make like that.
it. The 7
No.
should move very slowly.
Yeah, but it's tough to make. It don't have to just go in. It didn't have to just go in if he hit it with like a draw shot or something.
No question about the hit there. But the 1 ball did not end up in the most favorable position. And wouldn't you know the last game would come up with the balls laying in peculiar fashion?
Yeah, the 1's the only one laying in a peculiar fashion, though.
Well, are you going to go out on a limb and call the 1 ball a game ball?
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
Yeah. It wouldn't be the game ball for me because I couldn't make this.
I'll tell you what's not out of the realm of possibilities is cranking this rascal across the side.
Well, he could.
Here he goes. Across the
Good.
side.
Nick's bank pool ability a little bit understated sometimes.
Yeah.
Plays a great game of banks.
He can't let go of it. He can't pull the trigger. He can't pull the trigger, bless his heart.
As soon as this shot is struck, the tape is going to be changed, so bear with us for a few seconds.
I think you got time
If
to
you
change
hurry
it
up,
right
you
now.
might change it right now, Pat. We're back live. And nothing of great importance has occurred in the interim. I don't blame him. This is touchy. He could do a lot of different things with this shot. Bob Hunter, Earl Strickland knotted up 5 games each as we wait for Nick Varner's decision. Nick's going to take a break and wipe his cue stick down, his hands down. A little smooth stroke.
A little smooth stroke, and he needs a smooth stroke.
Well, here we go. Everything you could possibly ask for.
I told you he might bank that across the side. I told you he might bank that rascal across the side.
Now here's the touchy shot. Now he's
Oh, he just missed. He got to miss the 4, go 2 rails, and stay below the 8.
right. That's the touchy part of it. The 8 occupies a large portion of valuable territory on that 5,000 square inches of playing surface.
Boy, that took a lot of nerve to reach up there and grab that 1 ball like that, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, Nick has played a gutsy match.
He's playing at 2 rail. He's playing at 1 rail.
Playing at 1 rail. This takes a great stroke, low left English, dig down into the ball, and make it look easy like that. All right. He can go 2 rails or 1 rail here. Matter of choice.
Boy, I can't believe the turnaround here. I cannot believe the turnaround here.
Well, I'm not surprised. I saw him win about 15 matches of this ilk last year.
Behind 9-2 to Sigel.
Well, I saw him beat Johnny Archer from behind 9-2 in Memphis. Just like this.
Oh, you got to hit it. You got to hit it.
Beg it on out there a little bit, Nick. He's not where he wants to be, but he may go below the 5 here. I don't know.
No, he'll play for the angle. He'll play 2 real sharp out.
Yeah. Well, the light cue ball will assist a little bit there.
Oh, he can reach this. I don't know what he's doing this for.
Well, he didn't walk around there to check whether he could reach it.
Check it. No, he's got to have an angle to get to the 8. I'll tell you what I would do. I would draw it in the corner.
That's a nice shot.
Oh, he overhit it?
No, he's all right. He's got good speed.
Well, is that ice water veins or what's the deal?
Boy, what a match. What a match we've been treated with here.
We sure have. And if you want to buy this thrilling tape,
Pat said he wasn't selling this one.
not selling this one up. We'll give you the number in a few moments where you can order this tape.
He wants to keep this one as a one of a kind.
You know, I kind of feel for Mike Sigel, though. I know what the feeling is to be in his position. He really turned in a workmanlike professional performance, and he's going to come out second.
Boy, can you believe this? Can you?
No, I don't believe it, but I've just watched it. I have to believe.
Do you see that?
Look at this.
See
We
that?
have had everything possible.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Buddy, I have never seen the likes of it in my professional life.
Never, ever seen anything like that in my life.
Look at Nick. He's up there. I don't blame him.
Man. That's the first time I've seen Nick complain.
All right, what's Mike Sigel going to do? Can he throw this ball in? The den is clamorous, and it's understandable.
Thank you very much.
He's looking at playing safe here.
He's got a nice save down the table.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't be unhappy just being at the table here.
Oh, do you see this? Do you see that?
Match
I could not be more surprised. I know that he had.
to Mr. Varner. Great match, fellas.
I know he had to have.
Great comeback.
Boy,
Buddy.
can you believe
Buddy, he could have. Now, let me ask you a question. Now, you're one of the best 9-ball players that ever played this time-honored and difficult sport. Aren't you happy just to get to the table? You're not having to shake Nick Varner's hand and congratulate him. You've still got a chance. Don't you take a little time and play a safety or
try to do something?
What's going on right now? Players, hold on just a second.
I would be very happy to get to the table there, shot or no shot.
With Joanne Mason, Tammy Weser,
Really
Tara and Johnny Archer, table 5.
really aggravating there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, that's the most unbelievable match I've ever seen right there. And Nick missed that 9 and got away with it when the score was 10-10.
I still maintain that Mike could have done something a lot more common sense than that.
ladies and gentlemen, quiet, please.
Well, it's one of the great matches we've ever watched. Let's hope that in a minute we can get Nick up here for a few comments.
Yeah, hopefully we can get him up here. We'll try to holler for Nick, get
Of course,
him up here.
I got to say, buddy, that's the kind of year that Nick had last year. It is unbelievable that he could miss a 9 and leave it like that. All right, Nick's going to thread his way up here to us as we watch part of this capacity audience filter their way over to the concession area.
Well, Nick Varner, that's the most unbelievable match I've ever witnessed in my whole entire life.
Well, so I'm telling you, buddy, That's unbelievable. I mean, I got so perfect on that 9 ball. I'm telling you, I thought it was over, and I don't think I took my eye off it, but I think I favored it a little with natural English and got it on the inside, and it just grazed that point going in. But I mean, I was perfect. I mean, I floated down on the 8. How I missed it, it's like, I mean, I wasn't afraid of it. I mean, it was like, it looked like a hanger to me.
Yeah.
Are you aware
we
that
couldn't believe what happened?
Are you aware of the historic implications of this match? Do you realize that you were down 9-2 and corner hooked?
Yeah, on that 4 ball.
9-2 and corner hooked. That's the most unbelievable comeback.
Well, I got to ask you a question, Nick. In all honesty, you're one of the great professionals out here on the tour. I've got a lot of respect for your game. If you're Mike Sigel in the spot that he ended up with on the 9 ball, aren't you delighted not to have to be shaking your opponent's hand? And congratulations. Just happy to have a shot. I thought he could have looked around and found something common sense to do.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that he shot so quick and stuff. I mean,
all of them hammered it. Slammed
I think, you know, he's usually, but then, you know, I guess because he had such a big lead, I guess, you know, it's tough to stay in there and hang in there because I thought he could chip the 9 and go up table.
Yeah, he could have
left you distance if nothing else.
Yeah, he could possibly get me in there where I don't even have that bank long rail. You know what I mean? If he clips it good and stuff. And
well, we thought that we saw a little bit of everything that this great sport has to offer in this match, and I mean everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. We said when it started it was going to be a great match, and it turned out to be one of the best matches I've ever watched.
Well, I tell you what, I thought it was going to be a short evening, and I tell you what.
Well, there wasn't anything you could do. From the point at which it was 2 apiece, you did not have one shot to shoot at. Mike missed a 1 ball once and snookered you, right? You kicked at it, the one leaked out a little bit. Other than that, you had no shot until it was 9-2. There wasn't really anything you did wrong.
Just about ready to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's probably the greatest comeback I ever made there.
Well, you beat Johnny Archer from 9-2.
I can't express how well you played that match. It's just a great match.
I felt good. I never felt pressure any time during the match. I don't know why. Even when it started getting close, I felt like I was going to make every ball. Like I still can't get over missing the 9. I mean, it just looked like duck soup after the shots I had to make at rack. I mean, the bank and the cut in the side, and come across for the 3, and then charting it up to come in short of the 5, and.
That's sure a great match. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless.
To say.
Great match.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Buddy and Grady.
Well, we wish you good luck in the tournament. Looks like your tournament, to be honest with you, from this point after that match. Anyway, thanks for exhibiting everything great that there is in this sport.
Thank you, Grady. Buddy.
Well, Buddy, what can you say?
I can't say anything. I'm speechless.
I am too. Why don't we tell the folks where they can order this great tape?
Go ahead.
They have simply to dial
1-800-828-0397
and ask for the gregarious and outgoing Pat Fleming. And with that, I'm going to bid you good night, Buddy.
Good night, Grady. I enjoyed it.